So when my husband was National Guard, we're currently active duty, we lived in a very, isolated area. There's not a lot of military community often for National Guard families, and they feel that. So we had someone tell us, hey, there's another Green Beret family in the community. And right away, my husband were like, nope, posers, they're lying. And I was like, do you have an email? I'm gonna email them. And so I sent this woman an email and I said, hey, we are also a Special Forces family. Are you guys? I'm hearing you are. And she responded back, yes, let's be best friends. In the summer of 2019, my husband left for Afghanistan and her husband left for Iraq. And if you can think back to Afghanistan in 2019, we were losing guys left and right. It was a hard time to have a spouse deployed. And Sam looked me in the eyes and she said, we're gonna get through this. We can do this deployment together. I had 2 children at the time. One was a newborn and she had 3 children. And I said, okay, we are gonna get through this deployment together and we'll be okay. And we got through the deployment and we stayed the closest of friends. However, after that deployment, my husband decided it was time to go back active duty. So we left where we were living and we moved to North Carolina. I still engage with this spouse all the time via texting, group chat, social media, but phone calls have diminished. And in the spring, she called me and I knew that something was wrong for her to be calling me at 7:30 in the morning. I assumed right away it was her husband. I was not thinking it could be her. And I answered the call and I said, hey, what's up? What's going on? I'm getting my kids ready for school. And she said, it's me. I have cancer. I said, okay, we are gonna handle this. You let me lean into you when I needed you most. Now you can lean into me. And so we kind of triaged, figure out what was going on, and she had a tumor in her ovaries, an ungodly size. And so from there, we knew she was gonna need resources. And so right away, I called Special Forces Charitable Trust. I told them, hey, this is what is going on. She's a mom. They only have 1 working bathroom. What can we do to help them? And right away, Special Forces Charitable Trust was on it. And through connections and teamwork and the inclusiveness of this community, Special Forces Charitable Trust was able to get them a working bathroom on the first floor and allow the family to have that peace of mind as she was going through chemo and going through treatment.